Okay, today 2010 Nissan Maxima driver side seatbelt replacement. This car was in a front end collision accident, and I never knew this or understood this, but the seatbelt on the driver's side, once the airbag deployed, also the seatbelt locks. So it locks in the out position, so you got to replace your seatbelt. There are some online places where you can go and get that they can repair it and fix it. I bought this one from the dealership, 90 bucks. I figured that's a pretty good deal. So what we have to do is we have to come in and we have to remove this panel and this to get the seatbelt out so that we can replace it. So that's what we're going to be doing. Thanks. Okay, so to remove this panel here, we gotta loosen this one down here, loosen the driver's one up in the front. This is underneath both of these panels, so we need to get it out from underneath there. There's a couple of clips that it snaps into right here, and then it just pulls out. Okay, so here we are. We just need to come in and get these panels off. I have a nice little plastic tool that I like to use that gets in here and that we can use to be able to pop these panels off. Down here we need to pop these off down here. Hopefully you can see that. And then back over here with the driver's side. So I did cheat. I had already had this off earlier before I decided to actually video this, so it did come off easier than the other ones. But hopefully you can see here there are these little clips that would clip into these posts here on the door post, and you just unclip them from there. So just set that aside. So here we are. We got the seat belt. Here it is back in here. Just need to grab my tools. Has a seatbelt sensor that you pull this little black clip out and then it just pops out. Okay, so again the number 10, ratchet. Just 2 bolts, one on top, one on the bottom. Very easy to do. Number 10 on the top. I think it's a 13 on the bottom. Actually, it's a 14 on the bottom. And there you go, just pops out. So that's the seat belt. And you can see that it's locked. There's some type of, I don't know what it is, maybe an explosive device that throws and locks it in, but locks it tight and you can't use it, so you got to replace it. So there we go, there's that. Now what we got to do is take this off, and also there's one down here on the floor, and we'll do that next. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to remove this cover down here and this cover up here. And after working with it a little bit, I figured it out how to do it. This one down here, you can just grab a hold of one side and you just pop it over the top. It has these 2 little clips on it that you just pop over the top of it to be able to remove that. This one up here, again, I used my plastic tool so that I didn't damage it. I got in right here on the top, and you pop it out on the side, and now it's sitting out like this. I think you probably could remove the whole thing if you figured out how to get that button out. I'm not going to do that. I don't think I need to. I'm just going to take a boxed end wrench I can put right back here on the bolt, and then just be able to remove the bolt here. So. There we go, now it's nice and loose. We can just undo it. Okay, there it is. That's removed from that one. So now we need to do this one down here. Again, it's a number 14. So, get my ratchet. Again, what I like to do most of the time is take the socket off the ratchet, and then it's easier to grab a hold of and to turn these out. So there we go. Now our seat belt is out, and we just have to replace it with the new one. So here's the new one in the box. You can just take it out. You can look at it. You know, I look at it and I see it's a little bit of a different color. It's still the beige, but it'll do just fine. So the new seatbelt here, you know, we have so it works, reclines, ratchets. So now we're just going to put this one in, down here on the bottom. What I like to do is I like to start everything and make sure that I have it in the right way, so that I don't go through the trouble of doing everything and then figuring out it's wrong. So that looks pretty good. This just sits right down here. So it's going to sit in there. Matter of fact, I think I'm just gonna bolt that guy in right now. So take the number 10, put it on the top. Gonna have to just kind of force it into position here. There we go. So I don't tighten everything until I get everything into position, just to make sure it all fits. So, yep, that looks pretty good. You can see the seatbelt retracts and extends. So then just get this back in here. Sure you get the right wrench. Okay, so now that I know everything's in there, I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down. And I just make sure that they're good and tight. And you can feel it when it really tightens up. So there that is. Then you can just clip the cover back on. And that top one's done. I'm going to use my ratchet on the bottom here. Okay. And what I do is I usually don't try to tighten with the ratchet, especially with a deep well socket, because it's too much leverage on it. And then you can just tighten it down, and there's the seatbelt. You have the little clip that you just can clip right back in. And it goes in, and then you got to push the black piece back into it so that it is in there. You can pull on it. It's nice and tight in there. And then all you have to do is put the covers back on, and it's good to go. Okay, so now all we have to do is put the cover back on. Pretty simple. Just stick it through here, stick it around there, get the seatbelt down through the slot here. Yeah, sorry, that's the wrong way. Oh, that's funny. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. So then you stick it down through here. Stick the right one in, so then it comes up through the back there. You got to stick it underneath the front molding up here, and then you stick it down underneath this one, and then you can feel that it's just kind of on there. Get the seatbelt out. I'm putting the top one in first, like that. It goes over the outside. And then you can just push it on and get those clips to sit down in there. And this molding just clips right on. And then you just go to the driver's side and do the same thing. The driver's side's molding just clips right on. There you go. And then the last thing to do is you have this little cover that you just clip on over the top of that bolt down there. There you go. Driver's side seatbelt replaced, ready to go. Thanks for watching.